what a time to sue this company. What a fucking time.
Right.
You know what I mean? What a fucking time to sue this company. It's a great time to sue this company. But here's the thing, and here's where I wanna, and like I kind of want to just put it out there, whereas nothing that is in this transcript is okay.
Especially if if you're allowing this, or giving the, leading on to where it's like you let him think this is okay, and he feels like he's getting away with it, or something like that, or you're just, or who knows if she was even like playing along with it, as you said as well. So it's like,
it's something that Hollywood, we all know it does it. Everybody has a story. Everybody now has a Bill Cosby, R. Kelly. Everybody has one of these stories. And now Vince McMahon has it. Of course, Vince McMahon has it.
definitely been those situations of years coming where I think it's really been that, man. Money has run out of people, and like they said, didn't make the last decision. When you look at the R. Kelly documentary, it's like you can tell these parents probably had, like, knew, like, you can tell a lot of these people like knew what was going on. They heard what was going on. They still let their kids go over there. They still sent their kids over there. They're still getting something, and then it's like you're letting this happen. But when these, like I said, when these situations occur, and the money stops coming, or something happens, or whatever like that, I feel like that's always been the end to all these stories.
Vince has always been weird. It's like getting in a battle with Arsenal. You know you're gonna get disrespected. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like Vince. If you're gonna work for Vince and his company, just know you're gonna get treated like shit. Like you listening to the story, how do you really, what we know and what we just unraveled right now, is it just that she wanted to embarrass the brand and get some more money out of him? Or do you see Vince where he could potentially still be guilty?
The Big Bag Network presents the High Flying Podcast, where we dive off the top higher than RVD and Matt Riddle's love child, with your host, Biggie Bag Johnny. Subscribe to the channel and stay up to date on all things wrestling related. So grab your belts and bongs, bad bitches with thongs, and watch whatever episode that you want to put on. It's the High Flying Podcast with Biggie Bag Johnny. Let's go.
This is the High Flying Podcast, where we be drop kicking it with the boys. So make sure to body slam that like, share, and subscribe button. I am your host, Biggie Bag Johnny, back with another video. And today we have a friend of the channel, my guy, my battle rap, rap buddy, my wrestling buddy, man. This guy's, I love this guy, man. He's the nicest guy you could ever meet. Chaos League Battle League owner. My guy's a battle rapper. If you didn't know, my guy is called the Battle Rap Wrestling. What is it? Wrestling Bar God. Right?
Yeah.
Wrestling
Yeah,
Bar
yeah,
God.
yeah, man. Nah, salute,
So
man. Good to
actually,
be here.
me and my man, me and you actually, we went back to back on some wrestling bars, didn't we?
Yeah, no, we did. It was crazy.
I don't know. Should we take a look at these? Should we take a look at these wrestling bars, my guy?
Hey.
Let's take a look at these wrestling bars. Well, everybody take a look at these wrestling bars, right?
You better step back. I don't smoke with these niggas. I just make them a pack. One slash is all it takes. It's as simple as that. Oh, he a wrestling fan? Cool. Bah. Then I dance over the body like Shane O'Mac, Luciano. If you don't got mob ties, why your name like that? Trying to talk to me crazy? Kyrie, I don't play like that. Boro! Better have thrown them Jordans away. The audacity to talk about my picks. It's always niggas like this that claim it's their year until they end it lifeless. You in that fiend mask. Man, fuck your collection. I just burn all that. Niggas like you always swear they fire until they really end up in an inferno match. Yo, girl? Nah. I don't even got bars for your chick. Not even eyeing her. He like Justin never loud in these online rounds. My bad.
Okay, but that was just That's not even the best. That's just all I could find. That was the battle that we had and everything. But I think I got you, bro. I think I beat you in that round. Technically, I did, but you think it was a debate, and let's just show everybody what I had to.
I'm just incredible. I told them niggas send me a killer. It's just incredible. Has this nigga ever had a classic on stage? Has he ever killed a Pro Tool? Spaz gave me 12 days. I had a bad feeling in my gut like eating soul food. They call you the wrestling bar god? Well, let me show you how to walk the ropes. I'm going old school. You ain't even as cool. Off the shoulders, bare arms across your top. Your whole legion is doomed. My fiends, some white boys. Them niggas is gnarly. They'll twist your fate, flipping off the buckle. Them niggas is hardies. This the Survivor Series. You niggas is dying. I hope your boy is humble. Cause I 30 niggas just to flood the ring. I turned this to a Royal Rumble. You see my squad? Full of gorillas, full of apes, full of degenerates. This long nose, that's Triple H. Your mean reactions is priceless. Till I bend wall your family. Let me see you do the crippler face. Paul Bearer voice. Welcome to hell, son. You got Kane? Well, nigga, what block you sell from? Niggas knew you was a dead man ever since this motherfucking bell rung.
Shouts out to Chaos Battle League, man. We got a lot of things going over there. I've never been a contender. Never got booked an invite. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about right now here on the High Flying Podcast. Nah, man, I retired. C3 retired my boots. She smoked my Jordans, bro. But just let everybody know what you got on going on in the Chaos, man, because Chaos Battle League is not just your average battle league. It is a wrestling friendly battle league. So let everybody know what you got going on, brother.
Yeah, man, we got the Wrestling Bar Championships, actual belt, that out here being defended. Do wrestling bars. We just dropped the title match recently, so subscribe to the Chaos channel. We got actually a Money in the Bank style event coming up in May. 8-man tournament. All wrestling bars. Winner gonna get an actual custom Chaos briefcase, and they could cash in for a shot at the champ, man. So yeah, a lot of wrestling themed things we got going on. We're trying to build a division, nice little fun thing for the culture. I think it's been cool so far. So yeah, man, a lot in the works, bro. It's dope.
All right. That's fire, bro. I think that's fucking sick as fuck. So with you being the Chaos League Battle League owner, would that make you kind of like the Vince McMahon of the company? Could
Man,
we even use those terms anymore? You can't be Vince no more, right?
Now you gotta start being like Triple H now or something. And man, yeah, it's hard to picture like wrestling now without like Vince McMahon. Like the WrestleManias without Vince. It's kind of crazy, but I mean, yeah, it's an era we in, man. But it's cool. It's not bad to be seen as a Triple H or something. It's not that far of a downgrade. So if I'm gonna be the Triple H of it, kind of be our own little Indies league or something. We could be the little NXT. We could be the Indies, man. The Indies is a wild place. So
yeah. The Indies is where everybody breaks. You got to go to the Indies to get to WWE or a thing that. But I want to touch on this Vince McMahon shit, bro. We got so much shit out there in the internet, right? And the internet tells you whatever the internet want to tell you. You know what I mean? And the internet could sway your idea towards a person because of what you read and hear every day. I mean, like, I'm kind of late to the party. You understand? I'm really late to the party with this Vince thing, but I had to really like read this shit, bro. And I still haven't read all of it because it's in lawyer terms. So you gotta read like it's like, if I was in jail, this book would have been crazy, bro. You feel me? I would have loved to read this shit on rec, bro. This is actually 60 Shades of fucking WWE. This is all this is. So real quick though, bro, because I just want to know exactly where you at with it. What do you know about this Vince shit going on? Because there's a lot. I think people know just just what they know. I don't think people know the details in between. You know what I mean? But what do you know, bro?
Right, yeah, so much stuff. I haven't even made through a lot of it myself either. Like I think I kind of just know a little bit of the surface of it, the beginnings. Like I've seen some of the text and stuff of Vince, like, apparently saying, in order to keep, something of like, for favors, in order to, keep their jobs, putting women in high positions, for sleeping with him and all that. Some of the wrestlers coming out, I think like Tori Wilson, I think was probably the most recent one that came out and talked about, the things she had to, go through it with Vince being in charge. So yeah, I kind of just know about that. I read a little bit of the things that, got Brock Lesnar somewhat involved in it. So I mean, I still haven't even made it through a lot of that. Like trying to read that and understand that and trying to keep up with it. There's so many stories being thrown out at like almost every day at this point, to where it's like, I don't even know, like uh, probably there's been more stuff that I haven't even been caught up with. I know, about John Laurinaitis, of course, being gone, for he was involved in it. So I'm not even sure if I know even any more people that's been involved that I haven't caught up with. So it's just so much. It's just so much in the situation.
Now, here's the reason why I really didn't want to talk on it, because, like I said, even though I read on it, we still don't know if you're guilty. You know what I mean? Because you still gotta prove your innocence. You know what I mean? So it's like I can have my say so of what I'm reading, but what went down and everything. But what I'm reading, my guy, and I hear everything that you're saying, and those are just pretty much the pinpoints. But in between, people gotta understand. And I'm just gonna skim through this, so because this will be a fucking hour and 20,000 minutes before we get through it. But in the beginning, when she first met Mr. McMahon, her mother was sick, or somebody in her family was sick, and she needed money. And 2 o'clock in the morning, and Shorty's live on Facebook, you ask her what she's doing, she's saying, yo, trying to figure out what, trying to get some money. We all know what that means, right? All right. So Vince McMahon has an interview with this woman, and the interview is for, I believe, 75,000, or I want to say like $100,000 a year off the salary to work for the WWE and Mr. McMahon. At the time, the job isn't for sure. This is an interview. The interview goes, and at the end of the interview, Vince McMahon leans into her. Sorry, internet. I almost sniffed the internet away right there. He leans into the shorty and he smells her and says, nice. And it's Vince McMahon. So it's the nice. Nice. You know what I mean? It's the creepy old man Vince. Now here's my thing, right? If that would go on, if my wife, my daughter, my niece, my homegirl, anybody, I would suggest don't go back there. Because right there's the boss off the gate is inappropriate. He made you uncomfortable off the gate. Now, fast forward, she gets the job. Shit gets a little, you start working together. You build a relationship where you could kind of slip in those little inappropriate jokes and stuff like that. You start learning the business a little bit more. And the thing is, with a lot of these people, and I'm talking about with the R. Kelly case, I'm talking with all of these things, they have people around them all day. So if one person's guilty, everybody's guilty. Right? Fast forward, the inappropriateness comes in, but she's allowing it because this is things that's been going on for years, brother. You know what I mean? So off the strength, what do you think about that? I think off the strength, Vince is off the case. That's case closed right there.
Yeah, that's a lot. I mean, that's definitely, if especially if if you're allowing this, or giving the, leading on to where it's like you let him think this is okay, and he feels like he's getting away with it, or something like that, or you're just, or who knows if she was even like playing along with it, as you said as well. So it's like, at certain points, that's where it gets kind of in that gray area of being like, well, are you doing this now because the money ran out? Like, that's something that has to be talked about. It's like, is this situation happening now because you're not getting the money, and that something happened? Think, who knows what discussions you're having, or little things you got into, and now you don't, or maybe you don't have the job anymore, or yeah, like you said, the thing where I think I read something like people settling out of court for some amount of money, and after those years of not getting the money anymore, now it's like, oh, we're gonna come out and we're gonna talk about this. So that's another dicey little situation there when we talk about this Vince McMahon situation.
It's just, and this is what I want to make known. These are transcripts that are coming from her and her lawyer, from what she said and testified to her lawyer. So you said Vince was inappropriate from the start, and you came back for a $75,000 job. Then once you started fucking, your shit doubled. You started getting $150,000 with all expenses. Now, here's where it gets dark on the other side of the ring, bro. Once you're in a certain bracket, and this is in life, bro. Once you make minimum wage, that means you're in the struggle. Then you make a certain amount of money, and then you're kind of like, you're just floating and you're good. But once you get higher in those brackets, shit gets weird, bro. You attract different people. You attract different entities. Like you bring different energies around those tables, because those are the gatekeepers of your fucking life. You have to kiss ass and do shit that you don't want to do, because that's America. You know what I mean? We don't want to get up every day and do what we got to do, but we have to fucking take abuse from our bosses. It's not legal. We deal with it every day. You're in a higher bracket, so your inappropriateness and your shit, you're going to work for that $200,000 you're working for. Now here's where it starts getting darker. Here's where it starts getting darker. And this is why I say, is Vince guilty, or is he weird? Vince is married to a political figure and Linda McMahon.
Right.
It's not a Kim Kardashian. This isn't just anybody. This is Linda McMahon. You can't just, that's not a marriage you just let go. Especially with those connections and everything. You need the just as much as Linda needs WWE to push that when she needs a check to go be the first woman president or whatever. Vince needs her connections to stay alive and out of jail. That's how political shit works. You know what I mean?
Right.
So once you become Vince's side bitch and you understand that you a side bitch, you Vince's side bitch, and this is where women get oh well, she deserves nothing. She had everything once, and this is the thing, bro. Once she got to $500,000, because if you read the transcripts, the more money she made, the closer she got with Vince. Now, this is where it's 50 Shades of WWE. All right, Vince is a multi-billionaire with a Vince, Justin. I mean, with a B, Justin. With a fucking B. He's a fucking billionaire, bro.
Right.
He's not into just fucking bad bitches. He don't want to just fuck bad bitches. He don't want to just fuck bad bitches. He wants to show his colleagues. Now, I was raised where rape was where you took something that wasn't, you know, it wasn't given to you. There was no opportunity, you know, rape isn't something you keep going back. You keep going back to. This lady was flown in from like Connecticut to London. Connecticut to London to have a threesome with Laurinaitis and Vince McMahon.
Man.
Now we all know on social media when you get flown in,
Right.
so we're halfway through the story because we're just skimming through it. Justin, where we at on your thoughts with this right now?
Man, like we're saying, you know, it is, you know, it's weird. Like you're saying, you know, Vince has been doing that. Now his stories have been weird. You see how it is on the TV and stuff like that. So where it's like that's not shocking that, you know, Vince has these weird fantasies or something like that. But it's the, like you're saying, the allowing it, and because, you know, you're at this high point where it's like, man, like I'm in, and you're also, when you get to those high ranges of making money, it's you're like, nah, you can't go back. You've got this mentality now of being like, and I can't walk away from this, and the money keeps getting higher and higher. It's like, no, you get those people who's like, man, I can't turn back. You know, a lot of us would probably be in those positions of that mentality of being like, nah, I can't go back to before. Like this is my life is looking a little better. You know, there's a lot of things you're not worried about when you wake up with a certain amount of money in your account, especially if this, you know, and like you said, this is something you continually been, you know, coming back to with the, you know, the money hanging over your head, whatever you felt like that's one thing, but you still morally, like you decided, like, you know, you still didn't want to figure it out. You just kept it going with the situation. So it's like at this time, you know, all Vince is guilty of is
Because
just
you could
weird.
easily took all the money that he was giving you and invested in something.
Right, right. And it's like to deal with that, and to even know from the beginning, like I said, to even get to this point to where it's like you knew off the rip what this was going to look like. You knew off the rip what this was going to look like if you kept going. Like you could see that if this was something he was comfortable with in the beginning, and you're comfortable with it right off the gate doing that, what you thought he was going to keep, what you thought he was going to think this was.
So it goes to the point where is Vince guilty, or was she prostituting herself, right? Because that's what it seems like. You're getting flown into Paris, everything, your lifestyle is for free. Completely free,
Right.
and you're on a salary. You're on a salary plus the hush money. Like, what's going on? And you're claiming broke? There's people like me and you, we have to save $500 every check and live, you know, you go to Walmart
Right.
and put 3 groceries in that motherfucker and it's $100, and we gotta smoke and drink our Amsterdam.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So what was you doing in these years that you wasn't saving your money? You like, what happened? So all right. So let's pause this real quick, bro. Let's pause this real quick, and let's just start from the way back before she's even in the picture, and I believe before she's probably even born. I don't know. I don't really know the lady's story like that. I'm just reading the transcript. Vince McMahon has been a weirdo since day fucking one. Okay, this dude grew up in a trailer park. He was molested. He chilled around gay guys like Pat Patterson that had their own dark side of the ring stories. This is the dude that you know he's in a cutthroat world. He's chilling around billionaires. Fucking Netflix just closed out a deal for $5 billion. Like, this is a dude that went from the trailer parks to Netflix, bro. Off of his name.
Right.
So Vince McMahon has always been a weirdo. He's been around weirdos. He had to surround it. When you get higher up, because when we were just battle rappers, bro, and this is why I don't battle rap. When we were just battle rappers and we were struggling in that time of, you had to really grind out to be a battle rapper. You was a battle rapper. You was around certain OGs and everything. Once you got higher up in the ranks, and you got closer to these, you brushing shoulders with these other rappers, like mainstream, you notice like these dudes is weird. These people are not right in the head. It's something that Hollywood, we all know it does it. Everybody has a story. Everybody now has a Bill Cosby, R. Kelly. Everybody has one of these stories. And now Vince McMahon has it. Of course, Vince McMahon has it. He has all the money in the world. So any type of way you feel violated or something, you could go run to anywhere and say that this weirdo that has been weirdo since, this isn't the first allegation. This isn't the first testimony towards WWE and their employees. It's documented, bro. Would you go work for a company that you know that he has his male guys like running trains on people? It's weird, bro. Anyway, so back to the story. Vince is just a weirdo. In my eyes, your money ran out. You didn't make the right decisions in life, obviously, because you had a sad story. Even when it became the Cinderella story, you was poor, you was helping your sick family in need, you got a WWE fucking internship or whatever the fuck you did, you got what you did, you slept through your way through the top. After so many years, it ran out. My thing is, Justin, why is this, why, it's not even just the Vince thing. Why are these things taking so long to come out, bro?
And that's what I
why are these stories from getting, molested or something, or
definitely been those situations of years coming where I think it's really been that, man. Money has run out of people, and like they said, didn't make the last decision. When you look at the R. Kelly documentary, it's like you can tell these parents probably had knew, you can tell a lot of these people knew what was going on. They heard what was going on. They still let their kids go over there. They still sent their kids over there. They're still getting something, and then it's like you're letting this happen. But when these, like I said, when these situations occur and the money stops coming or something happens or whatever like that, I feel like that's always been the end to all these stories. Someone was getting paid, and then eventually you see these families who are broke or something like that, and now they have a story of and this is what happened. Like, I couldn't do it. My kid was like this. My family was this. This was going on. This person was doing this to me, and it's like that person was doing that to you for a couple of years, for sometimes it's like multiple 10, 20 years. You went through a decade of this. Your half your career, these famous people that get into these situations, it's like your half your career was dealing with this person, being around this person, making a movie with this person, making music with this person, doing some type of business with this person, where it's like, man, I mean, after a while, you can't say it was like you're just scared to come out. It was like you were accepting this and it was okay. But once that money stopped coming, something happened, or whatever situation was where you're no longer with the company, this person probably threw you to the side for somebody else, doing what they've been doing. The cutthroat world you was in, especially at the ranks that you got, it doesn't stop getting more cutthroat. It gets worse, even to another level. So that you got thrown aside, and now it's like, well, this person did that person was doing that already. And so I think that's what it is, man. It's sad to say. I think it's just these people fall out of these positions they was in, and then the money goes away and they didn't use it right. Because of course, when you get to these higher up places, you're not spending your money responsibly. Most people aren't. You go to these parties or something like that. You hear it all the time in Hollywood and these type of professions.
right.
These people are at parties. These people are doing all this. So your money, what you didn't put all that money away, and now you realize that damn, that you're not gonna be able to do that no more. And now you have no money left because you didn't put it responsibly. So now it's like, well, you know what? They got to pay because they did this to me. So it becomes the victim mentality where it's like, but yeah, did they
Right.
did they or did you do it?
Right. But here's the thing, and here's where I wanna, and I kind of want to just put it out there, where it's nothing that is in this transcript is okay. It's not normal. It's not acceptable in the normal world. Like, you don't just come out, like, a dude doesn't come out, right, on the first date and be like, yo, I want you to kick me in my balls, while I'm, doing something. You know what I mean? That's not, that's something that the fetish, the fetish shit, let me lick between your toes right after you get out the gym type shit. That's shit that people actually like. They have certain shit for this. They have certain categories where the dude is watching his wife get drilled by another dude. This is their thing. Is it normal you should go to jail and prison for the rest of your life for? I don't know. If I'm a jury, I'm saying not guilty, bro. It's not guilty for me, bro.
Yeah.
You can't put me on one of those 12 stands, bro. I mean, if you're a juror, all right. So Justin, you get called in for jury duty for this because, first of all, I'm not even telling them I know anything about. Because how don't you go to these jury things and like, yo, I'm not a Vince McMahon fan, or you have something associated with Vince McMahon. You know what I mean? So it's like you listening to the story, how do you really, what we know and what we just unraveled right now, is it just that she wanted to embarrass the brand and get some more money out of him? Or do you see Vince where he could potentially still be guilty?
Man, I just, like we said, man, the only thing I see him being guilty of is just being weird, man. Like, I look at this, like, really look at it and be like, the stuff that he was saying and all that, of course, or doing, of course, and all that. It's weird and make me uncomfortable it's not like you look at this man like a normal person or just try to say what he was doing was what he was insinuating, all that stuff was okay. But it's also like you look at it and it's like, it's nothing that, yeah, like it's, as far as we know too, with all the information that's out, it's not like a rape or anything like that. It's not. This is something that this girl was agreeing to do or agreeing with for years. Looking at these texts that's been out, it's like this is stuff that you agreed with. You made these meetings. You went to these 2 a.m. things that he invited you to. You kind of agreed with what was going on, and I think it comes down to just the money wasn't there anymore. It ran out, and he kept doing being weird with someone else. And so it's like I don't think I could put this man in jail for what he's done. I don't think it was a prison offense. It was just, I think this is what the thing that you do at Vince. It's like, listen, you just gotta step down. Maybe it's like, no, not best for the brand that you be involved, but I don't think your life got to end off of it, and you got to spend your life behind bars for it. You're just gonna have to just sit back and chill and just kind of just be like, your time's up with the company as far as we go, because we got to keep the brand going. But it's not something I bang the gavel and throw him behind bars for. At least I don't think.
I don't think he's guilty. I don't think he's like I said, I say weird. Obviously you're saying weird. I know everybody else is probably gonna say weird. It's sad because you know, it's not just regular guys that you're dealing with, and this is some dude, this is some guy's livelihood, you know what I mean? And this is the brand. Whether we like it or not, whether you're a fan or not, you have to understand the WWE is a fucking machine that is it's crazy. It's fucking crazy. And right now, at this time, what a time to sue this company. What a fucking time.
Right.
You know what I mean? What a fucking time to sue this company. It's a great time to sue this company. I believe one time I went to a show way back in the days, and one of the wrestlers rubbed their sweaty chest on me when I went to go give them a hug. I think I need a couple million, bro. I don't know, bro. I think we got it. Just I think every time these guys shake our hands and be fans to us, or I think if Stacy Keebler ever tried to date me, I'm calling inappropriateness, and I'm getting a couple million out of it, man. I don't know, man. It just, I don't want to seem like I'm siding with. Everybody thought Christian Grey was the most sexiest man alive. But since it's an old gray guy that his balls is probably to his fucking ankle, everybody just thinks it's fucking the Cena and the Undertaker. Christian Grey had fucking plenty of toys. And yes, I read the first 50 Shades of Grey. That motherfucker was sick, but it drove women crazy. So yeah, it's a weird for me, man. So is it guilty or weird for you, brother?
Yeah, it's a weird. It's just a weird for me. That's how I see it.
Definitely weird, man. Free Vince. You know what I mean? Even though he's not locked up, they try to get him from the steroid trial. Vince has always been weird. It's like getting in a battle with Arsenal. You know you're gonna get disrespected. You know what I mean? Right. So it's like Vince. If you're gonna work for Vince and his company, just know you're gonna get treated like shit. You're gonna be disrespected. Right. Guys are getting that. It's not just women. There's guys that are getting treated like this. It's the company. This is why you're an independent contractor. If you want to go and be treated in a certain way, you go to a different type of company. This used to be where the big boys played. Not if the now. Play. You know what I mean? Everybody, because Justin, I know you've been, when you at work and you got females around you and you work with those people at a certain time, there becomes a flirtation at certain times. You know what I mean? Not even trying.
Right.
This is a different company. You got a bunch of guys that are jacked the fuck up and women that look, these are fucking divas, bro. I'd shoot my shot if I was around one of them, of course. Shouldn't be. Anyways, bro, let them know your social media information. Let them know where they can find you, the Chaos Battle League. Let them know where they can find you on Twitter or whatever social media you got going on, man.
Yeah, man. Twitter, it's Martez BX, MARTES, and then capital B, capital X. Greatness J01 on Instagram, and then Justin Martez on Facebook. You can find me there, man. Hit me up. If you got some wrestling bars, man, hey, we got a place for you if you rapping and stuff like that. But yeah, so lots going on, and yeah, man, as always, bro, an honor to catch up with my guy, bro. So
I appreciate you every time, man. But yeah, that wraps it up, man. This is the High Flying Podcast. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, man. Let us know if you think Vince is weird or guilty. Let us know if we got our information fucked up, if I read the wrong transcripts, if we just got out, we just talking out our ass, because I know what I read. So just let us know in the comments, guys. I appreciate you guys so fucking much.